Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Labor Day weekend. Hope you're all having a great one and a safe one. Back on February 24th, I made a post on my Facebook page, and I basically said that I had moved my 401k over to cash, into the cash account, and I think it was the best financial decision I ever did. We all know what happened to the stock market, and since then we've been rallying, and the Fed has been printing and pumping money into the economy through various tools that they have. And you can, land on either side, whether that's a good or bad thing because of the virus. I'm not getting into the politics of it. What I do want to encourage you all to think about is where the market's going to go, right? We have a bunch of these CEOs in the tech industry that have been enjoying these profits, billionaires making more billions, and a lot of them have been cashing out of a lot of their stock options. So something to be aware of. The Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett, has been, negative on gold for so long, just bought 500 billion dollars, I believe, in a gold company. So again, kind of feels like he's a little bit inflation concerned at this point in time. So again, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't take your advice from me. But again, I think it's something you should be aware of, because retail investors, which is you and I, typically get left holding the bag when there's a huge crash. And August, I think, only had 2 down days in the Dow. So, Thursday we lost 500 points or 800 points on the Dow, and Friday we lost 150 points on the Dow. So I think it's something you might want to reevaluate over this Labor Day, since you labor for that currency that you're working for, and, you want to potentially protect it. I'm not calling that this is going to be, a second crash or dip or even a third, whatever that looks like. I'm not calling that, but you might want to consider it. So I'm going to post an article from Forbes that's going to be a good read for you in the description. And then I'm also going to post 3 videos. They're a little bit lengthy, but they have great content if you want to educate yourself about what's going on and some different perspectives from professionals. The video from Peak Prosperity noted the South Sea collapse. And this is back during Sir Isaac Newton's time. And Sir Isaac Newton had, made a pretty good run with his money and dropped out of the market. All of his friends and family kept making money, and he felt pretty good when he first did it, but then he got back in right before the crash and basically lost all of his wealth. So there's a good chart in there about when he got out, when he got in, and what ended up happening to him. And this guy is a genius, right? The history of Sir Isaac Newton. So just something to consider. Again, I'm not giving you advice, but just want to encourage you to know what's going on here. And this is not a common, market that we're in. I think it's decoupled from Main Street and Wall Street. So just something else to think about. The other thing is that we're going to be posting another video from Free Advice from Your Uncle next week. We're going to have Scott Brown and Peter Grundy, both video game, longtime industry experts who have been doing it. And I've had a few parents and friends who have, know people who want to get into the video game industry, and they have concerns about, the potential of making a living in the industry. And so I think it'll be a really good opportunity for you to learn a little bit. I think you'd be surprised. And so we'll have them on next week. And if you have questions for them, send me an email at freeadvicefromyouruncle@gmail.com, all one word. We'll try and get those answered. And then I also want to get some perspective, in terms of not only the economy, but also socially from Peter and Scott. Always want to do that. So I think it'll be a good show. Would love for you all to tune in. The other thing is that I started another YouTube channel called Small Biz Shoutout, and I would love for you all to give me a like and check that out. I think that we're going to have some good content there. I just recently had Jim Lockery from Mossy Oak Properties on, and he gave some really good advice about recreational property, some things you should be looking for, some things you should be considering, and shouldn't look at it as like you would just buying a house, right? So it was a very good interview by Jim, so give that a listen. I'm going to have some more of those coming out as well. Again, not a financial planner. I'm not licensed. I'm not giving you advice. I'm asking you to educate yourself, and I'm trying to provide some free advice from your Uncle Paul here in terms of some things that are going on. So I'll make sure all the links are in the description and the post, and then I'll just leave you with this comment. I'm going to borrow from Forrest Gump. I'm not a smart man, Jenny, but I do know what a bubble is. So I'll leave you with that. Be safe this Labor Day weekend, and hope you all are doing well. Thank you.